Hey Titans, hey LGBTQ plus entrepreneurs. Welcome to this Monday session, this Monday live stream. And this time from now on, it's September, it's a new month, there's some new rules. We're going to go live every Monday on Facebook group, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, and to talk about the focus of the month. And this month, it's all about email marketing. This month, we're going to talk about every single topic that relates to email marketing because it's important. Because I'm pretty sure that you have an email list, but you haven't really done anything with it, as did I. Like last couple of months, we built out our email list, but we haven't really done anything with it. So this is what we want to tackle this month for us, for technology, and for you as well. We're just going to take you along the ride and also help you make sure that your email list is being used properly because it is a gold mine if you think about it. If you're looking at the statistics, it is definitely a gold mine. Anyway, if you're looking live, welcome. I'm really happy to see you here. Put in comments where you're watching from, what you're up to, so we can interact through this session. And if you're watching the recording, just put something like hashtag recording. So, yeah, let's start. Let's get started right now. So, today, the first week of the focus, and I'm going to show my screen here is so it's about lead generation. Well, the underlying or the more general, the macro topic is lead generation, right? The micro topic is an email marketing magic. Looking at email marketing and making sure that you use it correctly. Now I have to make sure that we see everything. So let's put it like here. Hey, yeah, and unfortunately, Facebook doesn't allow to show usernames anymore in the Facebook group. So I'm gonna check. Wait, maybe I can pull up my Facebook page. Let's see if I can see here. Just a sec, because I don't want you guys just to have to. Ah, no, wait, that's not the wrong. That's the wrong one. Where am I? Oh God, why is this so difficult? So I want to see who is actually commenting, and I want to see my live stream in the Facebook group, and I cannot see it. So yeah, um, that's annoying. Why am I not seeing this? Weird. Anyway, I see Ross from Ross. Hey Ross, welcome again. I see that you're going through LinkedIn, and then I see perfectly that you are, and so on. So perfect. Okay. Anyway, focus of the month, email marketing, and today is about switching screen, but also about list building. So the first week, this week, I want to talk about list building. Last couple of months, we have done some effort to build our list, and I'm really going to talk about from what we have experienced because there's so much already out there, like information about email marketing, about list building. So I'm not going to go into more the generic stuff. We all know that we need a lead magnet, right? We all know that we need to build our list. But I would say there are ways that you can build a list that doesn't really rely only on email or on lead magnets. That's what I want to talk today because the way that we build our email list is through non-conventional ways because we've done it in another way, basically. And because most of the conventional wisdom about email is that wrong because things change, right? Things change all the time. So things that have been said 10 years ago might not apply anymore. Sure, you can still try them out, and you should, right? As a good email or as a good marketing person, you should try to do as much as you can and test it out, right? But for me, what we have tried last couple of months also worked. And that's what I want to show you as well, just to give you some more ideas than only lead magnets, right? So the first thing that I recognized is something that can build your email list pretty quickly is market research. Yeah, market research. Putting out a survey and making people fill out the survey. It sounds easy, it sounds simple, but somehow not a lot of people do it. We didn't do really a good job doing market research through surveys, but now that we're doing it, I see from the stats, from the results, that this is an effective way to build an email list, to build an audience from your ideal customers. And people forget that. Because if you're doing market research, you're actually also targeting people that you would love to have as a customer, right? So it's a good way not just to build your email list, but also to get already answers from your audience. So, and I'm going to show you the insights of how we're doing it, just to be as transparent as possible. So first of all, we used Google Forms, which wasn't the best choice because you're not really able to see a lot of the statistics. So then I made a decision to go to Typeform. And Typeform gives you a view like this, which is already amazing. For me, like a tech nerd, this is already great that I can see this more visual than anything else. So this is Typeform, and the good thing about Typeform is that you can easily connect it to a tool like HubSpot or like ActiveCampaign. And that's what we do. So every time that somebody fills out the survey, automatically our email list is getting bigger because we are able to send this information to ActiveCampaign. And I also wanted to show you this. So let me see if I can do this. I'm going to share another screen here. And this is all just to show you how we do it, because I think it's really valuable, because sometimes people talk about all these things but don't show anything. So I want to make it practical. So here is our ActiveCampaign. And as you can see right now, we have about 684 contacts. And we are capturing the Typeform leads, Typeform audience, right? The audience that is filling out our survey and is being captured through ActiveCampaign. And the thing is, what you need to set up for yourself, if you want to do this correctly, if you want to build an email list, but also an email marketing tool and tech stack, make sure that you have the right tags that come with your forms, right? Because it's through the tags that we're actually going to send emails, right? And this is even going more deeper into what we're doing, but this is our sequence that we're sending out once somebody signed up for a survey. This is what you need to do. I mean, this is a welcome sequence, nurture sequence, however you want to call it, but based on a tag, they will get certain emails. This is what we do. All right, and this is ActiveCampaign combined with Typeform. Okay, that's number one. Think about it, how you can create a survey for market research purposes, and we can share the templates at the end of this session. You will see how you can get those templates, but create one and connect it to your email provider or your email autoresponder like ActiveCampaign, MailChimp, whatever, and start filling those lists up. Start capturing your audience. Right? Then, so that's number one. Number one of the ways to build our email list even further. Next one is where am I? Here we are. So the next one is social selling. We're pretty big on social selling because it's part of our curriculum. It's part of what we teach business owners to do, how to effectively go onto social media and create new opportunities. But at the same time, it's a way to increase your email list. And I'll explain you why. If you're talking to somebody, if you are having conversations with somebody, then at a certain point, you want to get those people on a phone call with you. because that is the best way that you can show who you are, can show what you can do for them, and can already coach them on the solutions. You can show them the services, you can show a demo, anything like that. That is why I'm really, really big on get people on the phone as fast as you can. Doing that on all the platforms is the same on all the platforms. You talk to people, you try to get them on the phone, right? Doing that will give you the opportunity for them to schedule a call with you. We use Calendly for that, right? And through Calendly, again, connected to ActiveCampaign, they are added to our email list and we can send out emails to them. Now, of course, they opt in through Calendly and so on. But it's a good way to organically grow your email list. And it's a very effective way to add the right people to your email list. Because before you get them on the phone, even, you're going to do some qualification. You're going to qualify your audience by asking the right questions. I always say ask 3 qualifying questions before you go further. But if you have done that, then you have qualified them, and then you can move them down the lane, and you can make them join your email list, right? So that's a good thing as well. Social selling is definitely part of this, right? A third one, Reels and TikTok. Something that I've seen more and more happening and which works is just putting a reference to your newsletter in videos. At the end of the video, if you're talking about stuff and then you add an end card, right? Like I'm not sure how they call it in video terms, but once the video is done, you show your logo and you show maybe the URL of your newsletter. And I think I'm sure, yeah, I have here one example like Querency. Querency, these guys are great. You should follow these guys. But they do this. Almost every time they refer to a URL, which is very easy to understand, very easy to remember, that points to the newsletter. So querency.com/newsletter. Very easy to do. And you can, if you use this again and again and again, it's the best way to keep top of mind. And if people see this at a certain point and they like your content, they will sign up. Now you might say, yeah, but that's normal. That's not that difficult. Yeah. How many people are doing this? A lot of people put their newsletter link in their bio, like in a link tree. But if you put it in a link tree, it is like, if you see Linktree pages, all these links in there, all these options, people don't like to make decisions. They hate it. So why, if you want people to sign up for your newsletter or for your email list, right? Why would you give them 5 options? Your site, your video, your course, then a newsletter, yada, yada, yada. Which one are they going to pick, right? They will not pick anything unless they're very big fans of you. But that's the point. We don't want the big fans already. They're already on our emails. We want new people to join. So make it easy to subscribe. Put it everywhere as your bio even, right? Create a landing page like Querency has done and send them to that page. At least you get website views and you get more statistics through Google, who is visiting your site. If they're coming from Instagram or from Facebook, you can retarget them by using the pixel and so on. So there's only upsides for this. So this is also something we are going to copy that from Querency. I can say that it's not an issue, because if it's good, you should reuse it. You should use it for your own business. If you see something from another industry, from another business that you feel like this is great, this works, I like it, just take it and make it your own, right? It's better that than to trying to reinvent the wheel all the time. Then fourth inventive way? Well, maybe you already know this. Like many people already know that you should create a Facebook group to capture your audience, and you should also ask for their email. Asking for their email is a good practice. You have to manually capture the email unless there's a way to connect Zapier. I haven't really found it yet. Maybe they have updated it because they have been updating their group experience and so on. So I'll have to look into that. But for now, you do it manually or you put a VA on this task, and every time that somebody enters your group and they fill out email address, you collect that and you already send them a welcome email, because that is the question that you enter. So you can ask 3 questions, more or less. And this is the question that we ask to make them leave their email address. And if they're interested, they will leave their email address and you can add them to your email list. So do this as a practice. Don't wait. Don't think that this is not a good way. It is a way to capture an email address. That's what we want to do. We want to grow our list. So every method that we are talking about here is to capture email addresses. Okay, so do this to make it yourself easy to grow your list. Okay, so that is the 4th one. And then the 5th one that I want to show is what I call a lead magnet quiz. Quizzes are pretty popular these days, and they can give you a lot of information about who is visiting your site, who is visiting your landing pages. And by giving them an option, several options, and guiding them towards what they really need, will give them a much better experience to interact with what you have as information, instead of a simple landing page for a lead magnet. Because, I mean, sure, landing pages still work for sure. But if you can create something interactive, like from the beginning, the market research form or something like a quiz, and you make it interactive, that is much more enjoyable as experience for people than just filling out a landing page. And a lot of the times, the landing pages are also very generic, and people will leave their email address for something that maybe they just keep on their hard drive for 5 years and never look at it. Right? That happens to a lot of people. But if you're putting it in a quiz, and there are many tools out there, even Typeform, you can use Typeform for this as well. There is Score app. There are a lot of tools that allow you to do that. Maybe even Google Forms, right? But if you do this, people that do the quiz will get what they put in there themselves. If they say, yeah, I'm this person and I want that now, and this is my situation, and you present a lead magnet that is exactly what they have talked about, what they've shown that they need, then they will sign up, right? And adding to that, once you have them in your email list, you can create a nurture sequence that is just specifically for them, which is also huge. Because that means that you can move them along the belief cycle, and at a certain point, they will become ready to buy. So I would suggest that you do this. This is something we have been experimenting with, like on our homepage, where we already try to segment who is coming to our site. Right? This is just one way to make sure that you give the right kind of information to the right people. So now what? Now what you should do. So start with one method. Start with one thing. If you don't know where to start, I would suggest right now, from what I have known, what I have learned across these last months and years and so on, if you have nothing really set yet in terms of ways to capture email addresses, start with market research. Create a form, create a survey. I'm happy to share our template with you. Just put in the DMs me and I'll send it to you. Start with that and capture that information so you have the information about your ideal audience and you have an email address. So that's two things at once, which is great. Then do the follow-up. Next week, we're going to talk about nurture sequences. So start with creating nurture sequences once people sign up to your email list. It's not just about sending a newsletter every week. That's something different. I'm talking about nurture sequences. I'm talking about a sequence of 4 or 5 mails that are specifically created to welcome new visitors, new subscribers, or to get them from a starting point towards ready to buy, especially when it's a specific lead magnet, for example, or something that you want to push and create a nurture sequence. We're going to talk about next week how we can do that. And then, if you're uncertain about any of these topics, just grab our emails. Grab our emails, as we have emails, of course, and templates. Just comment with me in the comments, and I'll get back to you with all what we have. Because I want you to be successful. We're all in this together. We're all LGBTQ plus entrepreneurs, and we're building this community to help each other out. So I want to help you. And if that means that we're going to share the templates, of course, why not? If it can help you out, always. So, as said, this is it for this week. Next week, we're going to talk about nurture sequences. We're going to take a look at what are the different types of nurture sequences and showing some examples. And again, also these sequences, you will be able to grab them from me. That is all in here. Week 3, we're going to talk about story emails. Then last week is about conversion tactics, how we are going to convert those people on our email list to the thing that we want to sell. Our course, our services, our products, whatever it is. All right, that's for the next coming weeks. And that is, so everything that we're talking about here, these focus points, that will all be included in the LGBTQ plus entrepreneur mastermind that is going to be launched from October 1st, right? So take a look, just keep an eye on this space, and I will be talking more and more about that. Anyway, connect with us, Technology World on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube. We are everywhere. Well, thanks for watching. If you have any questions about this, if you want these templates, if you want more information about the upcoming weeks, about the mastermind, about anything, just drop a comment in here and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.